But I can. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. How are you? All right. I'm just closed. Oh, I got a battery today.
Hello.
And you still look hot too.
I don't know, school is out.
Oh, that's right. And who are you? I'm doing well.
I'm doing marvelous. I like this right on you.
Thank you.
It's lovely. Absolutely so. Since everyone is here.
True. Oh, no. Is this not in it? Oh, that's the old thing. It's back here.
Just haven't signed a contract.
We just gotta make sure that's in there.
I'll check after we get signed, what's in here, but the electronic. Is everyone ready? Okay. The East Cleveland Board of Education, June 9th, 2025 meeting is now called to order. Would you, please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That sounds like roll call, please.
Dr. Rice,
Present.
Ms. Stedmeyer Walls,
Present.
Mr. Robinson,
Present.
Ms. Fountain,
Present.
Ms. Sanders.
Present.
We definitely have a quorum, so thank you. The next order of business is the approval of the May 12, 2025 regular and May the 27th, 2025 special board meeting minutes.
Madam President.
Yes?
May
Uh,
the next item on the agenda was approval of today's agenda.
oh, okay, I skipped right over that, huh? Okay, hold on.
That's what I was getting ready to read.
Okay, the approval of the June 9th, 2025 meeting agenda.
Madam President, I make a motion that we do the approval of the June 9th, 2025 meeting agenda.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second that we approve the agenda for today's meeting. Are there any questions regarding that, motion? If no questions, vote. We have an electronic vote.
I'm still signing in.
Ms. Stedmeyer Walls,
Yes.
all votes are in.
Motion passes. Thank you. Now we will move to, the approval of the May 12th regular, board meeting and the May 27th special board meeting minutes.
Madam President, I make a motion that we do the approval of the May 12th, 2025 regular and May 27th, 2025 special board meeting minutes.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second that, we approve the, 2 minutes. Are there any questions regarding any of those minutes? I'm not hearing any questions. Call for the vote.
I am not seeing any votes.
Mine didn't come up.
So I will call the roll. Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
Ms. Stedmar Walls,
Yes.
Dr. Rice,
Yes.
Ms. Fountain,
Yes.
and Ms. Sanders.
Yes.
All votes are in.
Our report of the Buildings and Grounds Committee.
Madam President, my name is Vernon Robinson, the Chair of Buildings and Grounds, Co-Chair Dr. Mary Rice. I'm sure that we have two resolutions. The first resolution, Resolution A, a resolution to approve the execution of a maintenance and service agreement for HVAC equipment and associated data services. Dr. Pettigrew would like to elaborate on that.
Oh, yeah, yearly, we do need a maintenance contract on all the HVAC, all the things that we have. Spent a lot of money getting things up and getting things new. So this is called preventative maintenance. One of the things that, if we remember as a district, when I first came in, we talked a lot about preventative maintenance and the lack of preventative maintenance. We have one person on staff, Franklin Roy, who assists in HVAC maintenance, but this contract reduces the price when they have to come out and do any type of services. We'll get them at a discounted rate. Without a maintenance agreement, you're going to pay double or triple for those same services. Diana, you have anything you want to comment on the maintenance agreement for Gardner?
No, just that it is, as you stated, a necessary maintenance agreement that we have, and they come in and they assist and also do some training with our staff under this agreement.
Okay. And this is different than we've had previously?
No, we did not have it over the last year or so, but
Yeah.
but every year we've had this.
Right.
I think last year was the only year we did not. We tried to go without a maintenance agreement.
And how'd that work?
It costs too much.
Okay, I got
So
you.
we need to make sure that we have a maintenance agreement every year.
I know that, I recall someone saying that when Gardner does come out, it is super expensive call unless you do have the maintenance agreement.
Yeah.
That was another school district I was at a meeting,
Yeah.
that's what they shared as well. So are there any additional questions? Any additional questions? If no additional questions, call for the vote.
No, I need the motion and the second, please.
We had that.
You did not.
I second.
Thank you.
Mr.
There was
Robinson,
the motion was put on the floor and Mr. Robinson then asked Dr. Pettigrew to address it. It had not, there was no second.
That's right.
That's right.
oh, okay. Is there a second to the motion?
I second.
Okay, we now have a second. Any additional questions? Any additional questions?
None.
Hearing none, call for the vote. It came up this time.
All votes are in.
Motion passes.
Resolution B, a resolution to authorize a contract within payment to Prodigy Building Solutions. Do we have any information on that, Dr. Pettigrew?
This is the Chambers roof project. We know that Chambers needs a roof. The board is slated to move into Chambers. So we want to make sure this one, and then probably next meeting, you'll see the HVAC resolution also to get these things ready so that as we move in, and then also tomorrow I'll have my second meeting with the mayor because the city is interested in moving their services also in the Chambers. And we can have a shared services location like many suburbs. So this is to help get rid of all those leaks that we do have currently at Chambers in their roof.
And we talked about
Yeah.
that. And that's also part of, if you will recall, the Plan 5 that
Yes.
we selected, the roof on Chambers was also in that.
Absolutely.
So, if there are no additional questions or comments, call for the vote.
We need a second.
Same thing, we need a second.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second. And there are no additional questions. Hearing none. Call for the vote.
All votes are in.
Madam President, that concludes buildings and grounds.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson, appreciate that. Report of the Education Committee.
Thank you very much. Stephanie Skidmore Walls, Chairman, and Dr. Rice is the co-chairman. Resolution to authorize a contract with payment to United Cerebral Palsy Association of Greater Cleveland. I noticed that there's one child that we're going to be sending away. Madam President, I move that we pass this resolution.
I second it.
It's been properly moved and second that we approve this resolution of the Education Committee. And that's for additional summer training for this young, additional training.
Extended school year services.
Okay, fantastic. Any other questions on that? Any other questions? Hearing none, off the vote. Report of the Finance Committee.
All votes are in.
Our resolution passes.
And I'm closed. Thank you.
Resolution, Sheree from Finance Committee and Vernon Robinson, co-chair. Resolution to accept the East Cleveland City School District Monthly Financial Report for April 2025.
I second it.
I didn't hear the motion, please.
I'm sorry.
Motion to accept the East Cleveland City School District Monthly Financial Report for April 2025.
I second it.
It's been properly moved and second that we accept the school district monthly financial report. Are there any additional questions? Hearing none.
I wasn't here on the last one. I submitted questions to to Treasurer Witt.
That was for the 5-year plan forecast, so we can kind of discuss that maybe at the very, when I always ask for additional, anything that you have to comments on. So can we kind of move that there if you don't mind?
Oh, I was just asking, did you guys go?
Yeah,
over it?
we did.
Okay, that was it.
We did.
So that's it.
She used your questions as the discussion, the basis of the discussion.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Did you hear that, Mrs. Witt?
I did not.
She was just asking, were the questions that were sent to you addressed? And we said, yes, we addressed those during the 5-year forecast presentation.
Yes. Yes, all of them were addressed, Ms. Fountain. I went through each one, the way that we went through the 5-year forecast when we spoke. I took all of those responses and then I communicated that to the board when I reviewed the 5-year forecast with them.
Okay.
Okay, we have
Votes
here,
are in.
motion passes. We normally save executive session to the very end, so I would assume that we want to do the same thing. So, let's move to, recommendations of the superintendent. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Mhm.
The first one, Madam President, for your attention is a resolution to ratify. It's called a 1-year reopener agreement with the teachers union. This coming year is their last year of a 3-year contract. 3 years ago, when we negotiated that deal, we negotiated 2 years of what the percentage increase would be. And then we said we didn't really know what the 3rd year was going to be because of finances. So let's reopen it in spring and see where the 5-year forecast is. And we'll be able to determine what this last year of the contract would look like. Mrs. Witt gave us the 5-year forecast. Board approved the 5-year forecast. And based on that, we took that information financially and negotiated this 1-year reopener. It's a 2%, which was what, if you remember what Diana had told us was already in the 5-year forecast. And then I think that's about it. The most significant is the 2%. So then we will come back to the table next spring and then talk about a new 3-year contract. This is to close out this last year of the previous 3-year contract. It's a 1-year, 2% raise that we negotiated with ECA. They ratified this contract with their membership. 98% of them were in agreement with this proposal and this plan.
Any additional questions on that? Hearing none.
Madam President, I'll
Yes.
make a motion that we accept Resolution 8 per Dr. Pettigrew.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second that we ratify the 1-year reopener agreement with the East Cleveland Education Association. No additional
So
questions?
wait, so it's gonna be 2% increase on
The base salary
the base salary for everyone
in the union,
with
yes.
the cuts coming?
Yes.
So
So we still have an obligation to negotiate this last year and strike a deal. And we were able to strike a deal with the union.
Okay.
Okay. That's to ratify the 1-year reopener with East Cleveland. And that's what I signed already, right?
Yes,
I'll share that with the board. That was what you gave me.
yes, that's what I gave.
Uh-huh. And I think there was only like 2 comments I wanted to share in there. Yeah, that it was all the bargaining units and it was just a 2% and 2% increase.
Yes.
Now before, was there was it 2.5% or 2.5?
Yes, it was more previous
The
years.
first 2 years?
Yes,
Okay,
this is less than the previous 2 years.
so I just want to make sure that they were aware of that as
Mhm.
well. Because we were here for that
Mhm.
2.5, but our 2 newest board members were not. Okay,
So it's less than the previous year. You said it was 2.5 and now it's 2%.
Yeah,
well, they got the 2.5 and that brought the salary to one level, then the 2% on top of that for this year. So
And
it's
you said you all discussed that it was
Pre-
already in a
previously.
5-year plan.
yes,
It was just shown.
in
It was
the
already
5-year
added
in the 5-year forecast. And Diana, you may want to comment about that. The 2%
Yes,
that was is
Ms.
already in.
Fowler, in the 5-year forecast, when we talked about it, we were talking about the salaries and benefits. One of the things that we talked about was that I had built in a 2% increase in the salaries. And if you'll recall, I said about the 10% because we were talking about health insurance for the benefits. So the 2% that they're referring to, there is a teacher salary schedule. That entire schedule is then bumped up by the 2% that the board would agree to. And that 2% was in the 5-year forecast.
Okay.
All votes are in.
Okay, motion passes. Now we are the full-time administrative and exempt employees, a one-time retention and recruitment compensation.
Yes, but if you read if you refresh your screen, there's something that was not there, and it is now. It is a resolution to ratify the classified master agreement.
Okay,
Does
now,
anyone see that?
Yes.
okay, what do you want me to do to be able for me to see it?
Just refresh your screen.
Right, let's see.
And it should come up B.
I'm sorry, I am not seeing that.
Refresh your screen.
Yeah, I think that's something one down. I think that's what we refresh.
Yeah, you see it there.
You didn't get it either?
Okay, it's under C.
It's under C. Yes. It's under
Yes,
C.
I see it. Thank you.
For B, for me.
Okay. Yeah, okay, well, we haven't did B.
Yeah, okay.
If you take a look at B, anyone wanna,
Okay, B,
we need a motion
Yeah.
so that we can discuss it.
Okay. Madam President, are we doing B or C?
B,
Madam President, I make a motion that we accept resolution B per Dr. Pettigrew.
I second.
okay, Dr. Pettigrew, can you explain that to us, please?
Yeah, this is a one-time recruitment and retention compensation for administrators and exempt employees that aligns with what we've agreed to for teachers and classified. Essentially, it is the folks that completed this full year. There is a bonus, there is a compensation that is added if they complete the full year. And this is something that's very common. We've done this in that last few years.
Like, give me an idea you tell me what, the kind of people that would get that.
Administrators and every administrator and exempt employees are folks like executive secretaries. But,
That's
yeah,
what
but
you
pretty
said.
much all of those folks will get this $1,500. And it's really not enough, but it is something that we give them just to let them know that we appreciate them staying with us in such a volatile HR climate. We appreciate the folks that stay with us.
I think that's great.
So what's the total amount come to? Cause it's just like 1,500. If you talking about everybody, what's the
What's the total number of people?
Cause we're just, looks like we're only approving 1,500.
Mhm. Yeah.
Instead of whatever
Good
that
question, I
number
didn't
is.
think to ask that. Good question.
But it appears as it normally appears on the board agenda.
Right.
But I think she can calculate the number of people, and we can do some quick math.
But that's especially, when you look at the salaries that the secretaries get, wow, it's really good to.
We want to watch.
I have a question for the treasurer.
We want to watch some of that salary talk for executive session.
I think Diane wants to say something.
Mrs. Witt.
Yes. I
Did
think
you
if
have a
there's any,
comment?
if there's any concerns there as it relates to that kind of conversation that needs to be held in executive session, because it's regarding the compensation of a district employee.
Mm-hmm.
Is my question?
No.
No,
Okay, so my question is, I think
The
the
number.
number,
Yeah.
the exact number, because it's just looking like 1,500. My question for Whit is this in the budget? This
that is
extra
within
compensation?
that is within the general fund budget. But again, that's something that at the end of the year is determined whether or not that will happen. But it is in the budget, there's always the miscellaneous in GF, because there are those things that will happen at the end of the year that you do have to make a concession for. In this case, because that just happened with the staff, the certified staff, certificated staff, that's a bonus that you would want all staff to have to know that they're appreciated. So it has to be voted on separately. As classified staff, then your administrative staff, it just has to be separated and voted on separately.
Yes.
Because administrators and executive secretaries in that group do not have a union. So it has to be the certified, then the classified, then the administrative piece separately. And that's the way the board is voting on that now.
Okay.
You don't think that it's being voted on too early?
The school year is over.
Or you saying it's for next year? For those, showing those that's appreciated, that stays with us, correct?
That just completed the fiscal year 24-25 school year.
Okay, so my question is, can we table this till we get the exact number to know?
We about to get that right now.
Looking it up.
Okay.
The question on the floor is how many people will be eligible? How many people are classified as administrative and exempt employees?
Not how
So
many,
it's-
what is the total cost?
Well, we can do, I'll do the
Okay.
math. but we just
That's
need-
just getting the number times the amount.
Right,
Just for every school, right?
the district, yeah, the entire district.
Entire district, okay.
What was it, 36? 36 people, and is that 54,000?
Mhm.
That's the
Yes.
total amount, 54,000?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's in the budget.
That is in the budget.
thank you for that question.
Okay,
Wait, one more thing. Are y'all able to change this to say the 56? Instead of the 1,500?
We're not required to do so.
So it's gonna be coming out the budget, but it's not, is it gonna be listed as 56 or 1,500?
Diana, the question is, does the wording need to be altered to reflect the total?
It does not.
So it'll just be a minus 56 or?
No, if what they've done is identified the who, which is the administrative and exempt salary employees. And then from that, just like they gave you the number, you don't
Subtract
have
from
to,
there.
it's just the question that you ask, so we answer your question. But the resolution, it really is fine as stated. All of that other detail does not have to be in the resolution.
Okay.
call for the vote.
She did.
All votes are in.
Okay, all votes are now in, motion passes.
Yes.
Next,
C is a resolution to ratify the classified master agreement. So we talked about the teachers union with the 1-year reopener. This is a 3-year contract for the classified union. And they've agreed to the 2% as well. So what's already in the 5-year forecast is what we operated out of. And they have a 3-year contract, 2% each year. And then we also in that contract, which they appreciated, we modernized their contract. We looked at very many districts across Ohio, the similar districts and the first ring districts, and tried to make sure it was a competitive contract with the conditions and trainings and professional development. But again, stay within our financial parameters.
Are you on D?
C, resolution to ratify classified master agreement.
My C is a resolution for Mr. Vernon Tolbert.
You may have
Okay.
to refresh your
you have to
screen.
refresh. And it's Dorothy, maybe help her
Yeah, Arthur, you want to give some assistance?
for the refreshing of the screen. Thank you. Anyone else with that?
Anyone else not see this?
So you should see C. She trying to read.
Got it?
Yeah.
And again, the way these agreements work, we negotiate, then the union, both unions, they have to go back to their membership. And their membership has to give them a majority vote in agreement before we can bring it to the board to also agree. In this case, 100% of their members that were at the meeting were in favor of this agreement as we negotiated with the 2%. I want to also take time to acknowledge Paula Elder. Courtney was on the team for some of that. the negotiating is not easy, and being able to negotiate both of these situations in a short time is testament to the relationships and the trust that we've built with both unions now, at least the 7 years that I've been here. They were pleasant negotiations as well. They were not combative. They weren't ugly. Many places have ugly, long, drawn out 3, 4, 5, 6 month negotiations, things that lead to strikes. In East Cleveland, that's not happening. The unions and the administrators are working well together, and we've really charted a course for the future. And these agreements are staples to those foundational pieces of work. So this is the classified unions contract for the next 3 years.
Okay, that's the, so resolution, motion, please, anyone?
Madam President, I make a motion that we accept resolution C per Dr. Pettigrew.
I second.
It's been properly moved in second that we, accept the resolution to ratify the classified master agreement. Are there any additional questions on that?
No.
No? Any additional questions?
I got a question. Quick question, the schedule, is that the schedule that you sent us?
Is that
Was that the same schedule that was sent?
No, you were sent the administrative salary schedule. The teacher salary schedules are in the back of their contract, and the OPSI classified union, their salary schedules are in the back of their master agreements. And both documents are being formatted, so we can get you those formatted copies.
Okay.
As soon as that happens.
Okay.
Any additional questions? Hearing none, call for vote.
All votes are in. Motion passes.
Okay. Next,
The next one is a memorial resolution for Mr. Vernon Tolbert, a former teacher. For 27 years, he worked as an English teacher in East Cleveland. He did everything in East Cleveland, honestly, baseball coach, golf, newspaper, just going above and beyond the classroom. He was an active member of ECEA. We just ratified their 1-year reopener. He was a building rep at Shaw. He was the union president for the entire union. His daughter is our current union president. And he just served in such a mighty way. Many of the board members know him. Some of you may have had him as a teacher. So we wanted to get this to you to memorialize his passing and his legacy that's in East Cleveland City.
Absolutely.
okay. Now, the funeral is yet to come, right? I think around the
This will
20th.
make it.
Does she have it already?
Is it Wednesday this week?
So we already had the copy, it's prepped and ready, and so we got better. Yes. Yeah,
Thank you.
she'll have it
Good,
tomorrow.
good. Okay, are there any additional questions? Did we have the motion in the
Yes.
second?
Madam President, I make a motion that we accept the memorial resolution for Mr. Vernon Tolbert
I
per
second.
Dr. Pettigrew.
I second.
It's been probably moved in second that we approve the memorial resolution for Mr. Vernon Tolbert. Are there any additional questions? Hearing none.
Ms. Stedman, all votes are in.
I didn't vote.
I'm showing 5.
Okay.
Next,
Just for the record, Ms. Fountain, your vote is on that resolution, your vote.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Next,
Next for board approval are appointments. Appointments for employment, certificated, classified, administrative for the board's approval.
Madam President, I make a motion that we accept Resolution E, appointments per Dr. Pettigrew.
I second.
it's been properly moved and second that we approve the appointments that were made per Dr. Pettigrew. Are there any questions? Hearing that, I only have one question that I didn't even think to ask when we talked. Are we aware of the number of, are there any open positions that are gonna be opened? Are you just not sure just yet because per enrollment?
Paula, you want to give an update on open positions, where we are currently?
Basically, a lot of what we need intervention specialists. We did have opening, we did have open music at Caledonia, but we were able to find somebody. We still have an opening left at Mayfair for arts. But for the most part, at this point, because I have not got resignations, they have to July 10th. We are fully staffed for the most part, besides we're missing, like I said, we're missing the intervention specialists.
All right, believe me, you made a believer out of me, but what, 2 years ago when we were all of those, woo, I could not believe it in such a short period of time, so kudos. Definitely. Call for the vote.
All votes are in?
Motion passes.
Yes.
Next for the board consideration, I'm requesting a motion to approve the resignations that you see listed. We have a few folks that are ending their careers with us or retiring, and I'm asking for approval of those retirements and resignations.
That's it.
Yes.
Resignations, supplemental. Wow. Is there a motion?
Madam President, I make a motion that we accept Resolution F, resignation for Dr. Pettigrew.
I second.
Who's second, please?
We both did. I second.
It's been properly moved and second that we accept the resignation as presented by Dr. Pettigrew. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, call for the vote.
All votes are in?
Motion passes.
Yes.
Okay. The last thing,
And the final recommendation for approval is for professional leave of employees. Madam President, I'm asking for that resolution to be approved.
Madam President, I make a motion that we accept Resolution G, professional leave for Dr. Pettigrew.
I second.
it's been properly moved and second that we accept the professional leave as presented by Dr. Pettigrew. Call for the vote because there is no additional discussion. Call for the vote.
I do have one question. As a matter of the cuts and budgets coming, are we gonna have a discussion concerning these professional leaves due to the upcoming cuts that we're about to have?
We're doing professional development according to our strategic plan. We are mindful of the cuts that will be coming in a year. And those things will be factored into the plan, and the board will be updated and abreast every step of the way. But absolutely, we are thinking about cuts in every decision that we're thinking of ever since the board has approved scenario 5. That is in all of the conversations, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's the professional leave.
Okay, all votes are in?
Motion passes.
Yes.
Okay, new business.
But Madam President, I just had a couple other things. I left some things for the board members, so I wanted to bring attention and explain what I left with you.
Mhm.
The first one is the scorecard. This is the final scorecard of the school year. We met 16 out of 20, which is 80% of the metrics.
Yes.
Ms. Fountain, remember we were talking about 15, and I remembered that number. We got 16. So we're really excited for the hard work. And this is what we're saying, the hard work the staff put in, the things that they did above and beyond got us to this point. Now, the last 2 pages, the 3 pages, I gave you another handout. It's actually the last 4 pages, a separate staple sheet. This is an exit document from the Ohio Department of Education back December 3rd, 2021. It went to the then President Keenan and myself. And it talked about, it should be all the way in the back of this. It's this. But I wanted to bring your attentions to what's coming very quickly. There's a chart here on the second page. And halfway through that chart, it tells you what needs to happen for this plan. In the middle, there's a yellow tab that says evaluation, June 30, 2025. The district is evaluated by the State Board of Education on that day to determine if we met the majority of our academic improvement benchmarks. And I just showed you our evidence that we met more than 50% of our benchmarks. So I've reached out, and Dr. Rice has been copied on these communications. I reached out a couple of times to the state because the State Board of Education is no longer, they don't have power anymore. So the question is, who is supposed to tell us that we're getting out of academic stress? So we're waiting for that answer. But the law says they have to evaluate us by June 30, which is in 21 days. And we have a meeting on June 30. So I'm hoping that on that day, we'll have some type of news. Because this is the document that is our guiding document. So we're very hopeful and we're very excited. One, what the students and the staff did, but then we're eagerly waiting this news that we're out of academic distress because we've met the criteria according to this document that you see here.
All right.
Okay. I also gave you for your review, because we talked about it a little bit last meeting, but this is the MGT closeout documents for this year. So if you want to flip through it while you're sitting on your couch and want to see what happened this year and details about what they did, and actually they thought we were going to get 15 to 20, and we got more than what MGT thought we were going to do as well. But this is way more information than you need. But I'd rather give you all of it and you able to sift through it for your own discretion. Finally, I gave you the new copy of the East Clevelander magazine. Where our teacher, Monique Davis, is on the cover. But you will also see our school district prominently featured throughout, whether advertisements, whether articles. And this is now a cemented partnership that we have with the East Clevelander so that we continue to push our messaging. We continue to let folks know what's going on. There's back to school rally information in there. There's information about school closures, and I submitted an article about Superior School. And when I met with the parents and talked about navigating that decision, we also have CTE prominently featured in there. So just wanted to give you a copy. If you want more copies, we have plenty downstairs in the office of the East Clevelander. We're hoping that we'll see this distributed everywhere as they normally do. And hopefully our residents will get a little bit more information about what's going on in the schools. Madam President, those are my comments and reports for tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I just want to remind Ms. Stepmy Walls as well as Mr. Vernon Robinson. Remember we interviewed her?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. She's a delightful person. And she said she was going to help us in the schools during her interview. And she has been a woman of her word.
That's right.
And I thank you for following up on that. Meetings?
Meeting dates?
The next meeting is Monday, June 23rd at 5:00 p.m. in the board office. That is for the final evaluation for Dr. Pettigrew and myself, and that will be the consultant, Mr. Steve Farnsworth, will be leading that final formative, I think it's the summative evaluations.
Yes.
So that's Monday, June 23rd at 5:00. And then the next meeting after that is on Monday, June 30th at 5:00. And that's for fiscal year end closing. The board, as you know, does all the advances and transfers and all of that fiscal year end information that's needed that we are required by law to do with the Board of Education by June 30th. So that's what that meeting has been scheduled for. There may also be, based on what's going on in the district, some other items. Because right now the board does not meet in July. So any of those end of the year items that may be happening through the finance office, through payroll, the finance department, or through human resources and the superintendent's office may also appear on those agendas.
Okay. Any questions or comments regarding the dates? We don't have to vote on those, so those are just dates. We have the next expressions of the community. We don't have anyone in the community. If you wanna share any comments?
Paula, you wanna make a reintroduction of the Director of Teaching and Learning that was just approved today? And have her say a few words.
Yes.
Come on, Connie. Connie, reintroduce yourself and tell us a little bit about this new journey you're going on.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ms. Townsend. I am the new Director of Teaching and Learning for East Cleveland City School District. For those of you who may not know or don't remember, I was the principal at Kirk Middle School, where we do great things every day. I am truly excited about this new opportunity. I'm excited about working with our teachers, our students, and our families to strengthen the instruction that we have here in East Cleveland City School District. I tell everybody that out of all my years, this little gym here in East Cleveland is untapped in, and it's dope working here. That's my it is. But I came here, a lot of my friends were saying, oh, you want to go to East Cleveland? But this is where God led me, and I always have God order my steps, so I'm truly excited about being the new Director of Teaching and Learning. Now, I look forward to working with you a little bit more intimately.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
May you have a lot of success in your new journey.
I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our new strategic plan calls for us to be aggressive toward performance index. Even though this year we're right now sitting at 55.6, which is the highest performance index we've had in 10 years, we probably will be in the top 5 in the state in terms of performance index growth year to year again this year. Last year we were the second highest. The year before that we were 9th highest. This district is moving. The teachers are teaching, the students are learning, and it is evident. And in 5 years, because that's how long the strategic plan is guaranteed to kick in, at the end of those 5 years, and Connie is going to be leading much of this instructional work, we will be at a performance index that will probably be higher. We're targeting 82.9, which would take us higher than most of the first ring, and we will be in the top half of any districts that remotely look like us, we would truly be leading schools like ours. So we're right on the cusp of that. ADC we're looking at the rear view. Hopefully we can get an announcement on that. Our performance index has never been higher. Since COVID, we're up 17 points. It's unheard of. If you look at these other districts and they're only moving 2 or 1, or they're moving backwards year to year, we're consistently moving 5 percentage points every single year the last 3 years. It's a tribute to this staff. So I'm excited on what now Connie's gonna do with curriculum, because now we have to turn it up a notch. What we've done to this point was to get out of academic distress. But now there's a big leap that has to happen to get us to that place of 82, 83 performance index that puts us on the mouths of everybody, and all of our students are performing, and they're all going to college and careers, and everybody's doing well. So that's the next journey we're going into with this new strategic plan. Things have to get more aggressive. We have to get more rigorous. We have to take things a lot more serious to get the results we're looking for. Thank you, Connie.
So her position is vacant now?
Yes,
Principal?
yes.
So we need a principal for Kirk.
Yes, we're we're working on that.
Interviewing.
Yeah, working on that. Again, let me say publicly, I appreciate Paula Elder as our Director of Human Resources. She's doing a whole lot right now to make sure that we're completely staffed in all of these positions, not just have warm bodies, but they have the right people that are gonna love on our children and take us to that level we need to go to, so.
Okay, so no expressions for the community. We had a chance to meet the people who are out there. I'm good.
In executive session,
Do you need one?
I don't need one. Diana, do you need exec?
I do not.
Okay.
Okay, then we are all good, because I looked at the material that Ms. Elder gave me. And I have one thing that you and I need to discuss regarding it, but otherwise, that's more information that I've seen, and I'm just very appreciative of it, very much so.
Ms. Witt?
I'm sorry, I spoke too quickly. Yes, I think that I do need an executive session, Dr. Rice, regarding the employment of a public employee.
Okay. So, fine. We will have to leave out of our regular business session. And if we can have a motion to go into executive session. And it shouldn't be too long for those who, if anyone wanted to wait.
Madam President, I make a motion to go into executive session regarding the public, for a public employee.
Yes. Okay.
I second.
It's been properly moved in seconds that we go into executive session to discuss a public employee. Yes,
The employment of a public employee.
the employment of a public employee.
Do I need to remake the motion?
You said employment, I thought.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Voting is open.
Okay, if there are no comments or questions regarding entering into executive session, would you please call for the vote?
All votes are in.
All votes are in, motion passes.
Yeah.
I think we still have to wait. Do we have people online?
No, and we're just waiting. Once Art is gone, we're good. Personnel, so Paula will be part
Okay,
of the conversation.
that's fine.
All right, Art, we're waiting on you.
I'm just trying to make sure.
She's still on.
Yeah.
I was getting, we didn't give us anything. But
Hey,
I would ask
can you end?
I do.
Oh, okay, end the session.
I asked.
Thanks, Art.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
Nobody.
You're good.
You know, that's my thought.
Okay. I mean, you're right. Yep, perfect. All right. You have a good night.
There you are.
All right, when you get the boot off?
I'm looking at like, beginning of next month, probably.
Oh, okay.
All right, everybody. All right, be careful.
Have a blessed night. Take care.
All right. Ms. Witt?
Yes, so the reason that I requested the executive session is because I needed to understand where the board is with my contract. I was supposed to, if the board was going to non-renew, not give me another contract, that should have been stated by March 31st of this year. By June 1st, I should have received, well, actually before June 1st, I should have received a copy of the contract that, because at this point, the contract is a rollover for 1 year, and the board has to vote, should vote on that 1 year, and I'm trying to understand why that has not occurred.
First, thank you, Ms. Witt. I thought that you and Attorney Andrew had discussed that. I will share something that I learned. It's not March 31st, it's March 1st
Okay,
for our treasurer and superintendent.
okay,
March 1st. And
Okay.
so therefore, when you and I talked, I shared that with you that I did not understand a treasurer's contract, because I've done a lot of contracts in my day, but not a treasurer and not a superintendent. So I needed to understand. And I gave the board an opportunity to look at and ask any questions that they wanted to ask. And only one board member asked any questions. So if the attorney has not contacted you, I will call her tomorrow and make sure that that process is taken care of.
okay, because one of the I think it was a couple of months ago, Dr. Rice, that you and I talked about that, discussed that. And then when you gave the contract between the superintendent and the treasurer and the board is a negotiations tool that you would bring that to the table in executive session, and we would discuss that. Now, that's why I'm saying when I talked to Donna, actually Donna said to me that she wasn't aware that she was supposed to come to me with the contract, that she had had a discussion with you, but that she was not aware that she was supposed to have a discussion with me, so that she needed to get back to you, because she says, well, so then there was some discussion about, because I refused to give some information regarding my the spreadsheet that you requested. You requested that spreadsheet that showed the money that we spent for, I guess, for salaries, professional development, medical, dental, vision. You requested that information. I didn't want to create my own information, so I did give that assignment for someone else to create that information for me. But I'm sure the board will appreciate that, because that information has absolutely nothing to do with the contract, that the priority of what was going on with work that had to be done is the priority that's on the table right now. We'll certainly get you that information if that's your holdup, but there's nothing that the board is paying on my behalf, that, or Dr. Pettigrew's behalf, but I'll stay with me because we're talking about mine, that is not in the current contract. it's the exact same thing that the board has already approved. So, yes, Dr. Rice, were you here when I came on board in 2017?
I led the effort to hire you. I
Pardon
led the
me?
effort. I led the effort
Absolutely,
to hire
and that's why I
But-
was
But Judge Keenan
surprised
was on
because
but Judge
that's
Keenan
why
was
I was
taking care of
surprised.
the contract with the lawyer.
Mhm.
So that's why I
That's-
said I had nothing to do with the contract. I'm learning. This is a learning process for me.
Well,
When I
the way
got
that-
finished with Attorney Andrew, I shared with her. I said, "Okay, then fine. I go to the next steps." Obviously, she and I did not communicate well. I will call her and let her. You're saying that the next thing is that we,
right
as a
now,
board,
right now,
ratify-
it's just a rollover of what it's a 1-year rollover of of my current contract.
Yes. Mhm.
That's what it is, right, at this point.
It was
Okay,
just some language kinds of things that I discussed that I saw with Attorney Andrew. For instance, there was a lot of terminology in there about the ADC and that process and the CEO
Taking
under
that
there was that type of language that had to be changed. And I thought Attorney Andrew had discussed that with you. And that has not been the case. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, yes, she did discuss
Okay.
that. She discussed that with me.
Okay.
Yes, she did discuss language with me.
Yes.
There was one piece that was in that contract that she questioned, and then she said she didn't agree with the way it was written. And then she called me back later and said, you know what, I'm incorrect. The way that the language is written in that contract is accurate.
Okay.
So there was nothing in that contract that she disagreed with. But at this point, it's a rollover. But I think that it's important that the whole board knows the process, because at the point that the board was looking at it, that's why I asked at that time, was I going to have an opportunity to talk with the board? And you said to me, well, you most definitely will. And you gave copies to the board, but no one ever got back to me to have that discussion with full board.
Okay.
And that's the only reason why I'm bringing that up now. And that probably should be on the board agenda for the June 23rd or June 30th board meetings.
Okay, I will talk with Attorney Andrew. And right now we will plan to have it on the June 23rd agenda. If there are any differences, once I talk to the attorney, I will call Dr. Pettigrew and Dr. Pettigrew will communicate with you.
Well, actually, if there's any differences, you should communicate with me directly, because
I
it's my
will do that.
contract.
That's not a problem. Not a problem.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else have any?
Yeah, the part about you were gonna communicate to the board, because no one did communicate to the board. What exactly was she gonna tell us? What were you gonna say? When you said, go on, I'm sorry.
What happens is, at that point, my contract was totally ending. So
Okay.
the board and the treasurer then come together to negotiate if there is going to be another contract. If the board does not do that by March 1st,
March 1st.
then it is an automatic 1-year rollover for the treasurer. It just rolls over for 1 year. That's state law. So it just rolls over. So all I'm saying is we did not have that conversation. And that negotiation that we would have had could have been, okay, are you willing to stay for another 3? We're happy with your work, what you're doing. We'd like to offer you a 3-year, not a 1 year. We could have negotiated percentages within that contract. we could have looked at what those items are that's in the contract. And if any board member had any questions about it, just discuss all of that so everyone is on board with exactly what's happening with the treasurer's contract. That's what that whole discussion should be about.
Okay, so that was important. That was something we should have done.
And no, I was familiar with teachers and March 31st contract. When we met, when you first mentioned your contract to us, it was in March. So March 1st had passed already. So that when, by the time I got in touch with Attorney Andrew and talked with her, she said, you know, it's gone. I said, dang, I didn't know. But you mentioned that in March to us that you were interested in a one-year contract. That's what I asked Attorney Andrew to work out and to get back. And I, not knowing the process, but wanting to give the board an opportunity to see the contract, because when I saw it, it was quite different than anything I'd ever seen before. And
Well,
like I said,
it's truly a standard treasurer's contract. There's some things that are not in it that you might see in other treasurer's contracts, but it is just a standard contract. There's nothing in it that you wouldn't see basically in any other treasurer in the state of Ohio's contract.
Okay, but at any rate, so the board had an opportunity to look at it. They never said anything to me. I let Attorney Andrew know, and if she has not gotten back to you, I will contact her tomorrow. But if I have any changes, I will communicate that with both you and the superintendent.
That's fine.
Any problems? Any other information?
Oh, no, not for me. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to the board.
I am basically.
Oh,
So it's gonna go on the agenda. We're gonna do that and put it on the agenda so we'll be able to
it will
vote
be
at the
on.
next
It
meeting.
will
Right
be
now,
on
we
the
have a
agenda.
treasurer, right?
Pardon me.
Right now, we still have a treasurer. Am I
Oh,
correct?
yes. That the current contract doesn't end until July 31st.
Is it July 31st or June 30th?
July 31st.
July 31st. Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
no,
that's not right.
No.
Isn't it June 30th?
June
Okay,
30th. But you know
like
what
I
the
said, I
difference
read it.
is? No, but see, I'll tell you what the difference is.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna have to look at it because the administrative contract that I signed is from August 1st through July 31st. So that's why I keep saying that.
Okay.
So I need to take a look at that because the administrative contract is August through to July 31st.
Can you verify her contract?
Yeah. I can get
But fiscal is 7/1/6/30, but administrative contract is 8/1/7/31.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that because I didn't know that either. Did you?
Well, superintendent and treasurer is normally July 1. Because when I came in as the interim. And then there was an interim period. And so at the end of my contract,
30 days.
At 30 days,
That's
because
30 days.
you have to have, by law, you have to have a superintendent and a treasurer on file with the state on July 1. But your contract, because it was part of those ADC contracts, it was still like an administrative contract, but it needs to be a standard treasurer's contract now, which is some of the things that Donna Andrews should be working out.
Right.
And she
Like
should be doing
the terminology.
Yeah, the terminology. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. 7/1/6/30. I mean, it's still 1 year. It's still the same amount of time.
But Dr. Rice, you'll let Donna know.
Tomorrow I'll be good on it.
The goal of the board is to have this on the 23rd. So I guess there's things that have to happen before that. Because Diana, you need to see it. You haven't seen a contract?
Well, all is going, no, I haven't
Did you
seen
see it
anything.
first?
There's no change.
So all I have to, yes, I do have to see it first to make sure that the language in the contract that's going to go on the agenda, that the only thing that has changed in that contract is from ADC to Board of Education.
Right.
That's the only thing that can change. In that contract.
I will have, Attorney Andrew
Mhm.
make sure that she send it to you. That way you know,
That's
you'll
fine.
know it's, no, okay?
Yes, if she was sending to myself and Dr. Pettigrew, I'm not sure where that's gonna go under, on the agenda, but I'm sure Trish, you all figure out where it goes.
Okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Is there anything else?
No. No.
Anyone else have anything? Just, one thing again, to express our condolences to you from the whole entire board. To, hopefully, you will share with us some of the arrangements so that we can, give you our expressions.
They do have that. Dr. Pettigrew has
have
that
it?
information.
Would you send to the
Paul,
board members
I have Trish
tomorrow?
send that out, yeah,
Uh-huh,
Trish
would you
has
send
that.
it?
Mhm.
We, so that we can, send our expressions.
Yes.
Okay, anything else? Okay, if there's nothing else for the executive session, I'm gonna, declare we are out of the executive, session. And soon as he turns on the recorder, I'll ask, for someone to give us a motion.
You recording? Yes.
Okay, we are back recording.
Madam President, I make a motion that we go back into regular session.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second that we, re-enter regular session. Anyone else have any additional questions or comments? I don't hear any additional questions or comments that we go back into regular session. We are in regular session now.
You can take the vote, please? Or are you guys
Yes,
are not on
take-
the computer? Do you need for me to call the roll, please?
Yeah, call the roll, I closed down.
Okay, well, Dr. Rice, you're the only one that everybody else is in.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Rice?
I guess I'm getting ready for my next meeting real quick. Yes,
All votes are in.
motion passes. We are now in regular session. Thank you very much for that. You know, I usually always give every board member an opportunity to share any, thoughts that they wanted to share. I'll begin, to my right. Mr. Robinson, do you have any comments?
No, I do not.
Mr. Emerald Walls?
I only have the one. I noticed Dr. Pettigrew, you're meeting with the mayor tomorrow?
Yes,
Which one?
the mayor of East Cleveland.
We didn't do that. Which
With-
one?
The mayor of East Cleveland as designated by Judge Russo.
Okay.
According to the documentation that I've seen, the next decision of mayor of East Cleveland will happen with the voters. So we'll be meeting with I guess the interim mayor or the current mayor, happens to be on the cover of the East Clevelander. But we'll be meeting with her staff tomorrow.
I asked that because I don't want down the line to hear that vote was no good.
Mhm.
Because we didn't have a real mayor giving a vote for what we're doing with Caledonia. So,
We're following,
Not Caledonia.
Chambers.
Chambers.
We're following what, the judge has put in motion. So the judge has named someone as the mayor, and that's who the mayor is until law deems someone else qualified. But I understand there is a little confusion in the city. But we did ask for clarification from the judge, and that's what we got.
And you only have 2 people in council making, decisions, and it takes 5, so therefore, that's moot, from my understanding. Okay, because just like us, 2 people on this board has no power. It takes a quorum of at least 3.
Quorum.
Final comments, Miss Shireen Fountain, no comments? Final comments, Mary Stanton?
I'm excited about the scores. I'm thinking, this was a great meeting, that's good.
That's good stuff.
I'm just hoping it goes to another star,
Yeah.
or at least a half.
Yeah.
If we get a half, that's even good.
Yeah.
But, see, that's what I can't understand, how But anyway, I don't even want to discuss it today.
Right?
That's a discussion for
We-
you and I,
yeah,
because
yeah,
we
we'll
said
go
that
there. We'll go
we're
there.
gonna start having those kind of discussions, you and I. I only have one thing that I wanna share, that Wednesday, they're gonna be talking about at the legislature, public school funds. And there are 2 busloads going down from, Youngstown, Akron area, for Wednesday. They're planning on staying too long, so I can't take the bus, but I'm hoping that I can drive down and be a part of the protest, inside the State House building, regarding voting on taking away funds, because you asked
My
2
goodness.
questions about public school funds. That is really scary
Yes.
for where we are. Anyway, I'm hoping to be able to go down Wednesday, to be a part of that, and also, to just, advocate for public education. Any other additional, comments? Anyone? Dr. Pettigrew, you have a final remark you'd like to make?
I don't. Just pleased with the scores, pleased with the progress of the district. Looking forward to finally getting officially told that our academic improvement plan was successful. We no longer have this designation as an academic distressed district. That's really just on my mind for the next 21 days. I'm checking my email. I'm picking up the phone like you used to do to see if somebody was calling, waiting for this answer, because it is so pivotal for this district to get out of that right now.
The academic distress, I'm with you on that, because it really puts us behind the 8 ball, and we need to show some improvement in that area. But I'll say a couple things. First thing, I commend you for the negotiations with the 2 unions, and to be able to get those 2 unions to agree. That's commendable. I'll beyond a shadow of a doubt, that is indeed commendable. And because I've seen and I know some of the things that can happen.
Yes.
So you're to be congratulated on that. And then second, the rebranding of East Cleveland as far as identification, art, et cetera, that it has been masterful, including the security card truck. I said, no, wow.
Yes.
Now that's really good, because when you dot your I's and cross your T's, phenomenal. So it is my hope too that you will have climbed that last hurdle, and that last hurdle is to get out of academic distress, because every report that I give for the consortium is, hey, we're still there, we're still there, we're still there, we're still there, and it would be good to be able to report we are out and we're on our way, etc. Okay, those are the only comments that I have and that I could think of at this particular moment. If no other comments, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam President, I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
I second.
It has been properly moved and second that we adjourn the meeting. Any questions, comments, thoughts? Hearing none.
Yes, who's second, please?
I did.
Thank you.
Mark Walls. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Call for the vote. I'm the only one who votes then.
Dr. Rice,
Yes,
all votes are in.
and our motion carries. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Here we get a happy birthday, we should be acknowledging.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Mrs.
birthday.
Sanders. Thank you.
Your birthday month is June, so is mine.